A little cold and muddy out this morning, but wanted to just do a little walk around, show you our setup. This is our 2016 F350. It's a long bed, single rear wheel, 4-wheel drive, and we're pulling a Dutchman Voltage 4225 toy hauler. Of course, it's fifth wheel. We did change the kingpin setup to the goose box. I like the gooseneck hook up a lot better. Of course, we got the safety chains in there, but yeah, I like that setup much better. Pulls real good and easy, and whenever I'm done going where we're going, all I got left in the bed of the truck is that ball, and I can actually take it out. And then I've got the full 8-foot bed I can do whatever I need to with, and don't have to worry about having the hitch in the back. Got all that extra room. But yeah, this is our setup. It does have 3 slides. Has one on this side, 2 on the other. It's a triple axle, 46 feet long, 46.6 I think it is. But we're really happy with it. We have enjoyed our trips that we've been on in with it so far. Can't wait to go on another one. We'll be leaving out in a couple of months, headed out on another about a month and a half long trip. It does have the entry into the toy hauler there. Also has the drop down on the back side, as you can see there. But it's a pretty massive unit. It's a little bit bigger than the 25 foot bumper pull travel trailer that we were using before, but we really like this. It has an outside stair or step ladder that goes up to the roof. It does have 3 ACs on top. It does have the generator field there, and also the toy hauler field. So you have your gas pump inside that little door there. You can turn it on and fill up. And 26 gallons on both. And if you need to, you can fill directly out of the one tank into the generator tank. So you actually have a total of 52 gallons that you can run your generator, which comes in handy when you're boondocking, and we did a lot of that and plan to do a lot more of that on this next trip. But that is it. It does have 2 30-pound propane tanks, one on this side, one on the other. The pass-through storage here, not as big. I was on some, but with toy haulers you actually lose a little, but it does go all the way through. A little narrow on this side because you have the wet bay. Not too much to that, but it's plain and simple and works well. So I did put in the more ride reel to roll up our power cord there, power cord, and it works real well. Keeps it out of the way and all together. It does come with a 5.5 generator, and it's up front in there. And this is our Reese. I did put I'm not sure if you can see I did add that extension to it, and the way it sits now, you can't see this in the sight glass where your level is to get the airbags where they need to be. So I think I'm going to change that setup. I've got it where it's mounted there, where it comes out the back side. I think I'm going to put a bracket on it so it mounts where I can see it facing me here. We do have via air hook up on this, so that way I can take my wand and just go right there to it and watch the sight glass all at the same time. That way I don't have to worry about that. Yep. That is that. I do like that setup. One thing I did notice on this truck, it has I believe a 32 gallon tank, fuel tank, and at about 9.5 miles to the gallon, it pulls that thing down pretty quick, so you're limited on how far you can go. I am in the process of looking to get the 70 gallon tank to get more mileage on each trip that we go and not have to worry about it. I know a lot of people say, well, just go where you're going to go and then unhook and then go get fuel, but a lot of times we'll drive 4 or 5 hours at a time if we leave out in the morning, and in doing that you're going to stop and have to fuel up. So we had the larger tank, we wouldn't have to worry about that as much. So that is an upgrade I'm looking at doing. And also, I like this backflip tonneau cover. it works okay, but I want to get a retracts on it. I think that would work more efficiently, and I could open it up further if I need to haul bikes, or because we ride dirt bikes and stuff a lot too, and I think I could actually get my dirt bike in there a little better, because once it's there, that's as far as it opens up. So kind of limited to the front half of your bed when you're using this one. I think with the retracts, it goes all the way in within about a foot of the front of the bed, and that would be plenty of clearance to put whatever I need to in there. But yep, that's our setup for right now. We're enjoying it and can't wait to get back out on the road. So welcome inside our 4225 Dutchman Voltage. Wanted to do a little tour of the inside of this. We hadn't taken many pictures on the inside, and kind of wanted to get some video of it, how we kind of have it set up for when we go on our trips. We do have the 4-burner Insignia stove. I do like that a lot. It has of course the oven, and then in convection microwave as well. Has the upper bunk up there. My son is 16 and likes being up there sometimes. The stairs are just real hard on his feet, as you can imagine, being narrow, and it actually comes down from right there, comes down into the floor. Makes it kind of difficult for him. He's kind of tall. He's as tall as I am, so kind of difficult for him to get up there. But with the way the back is set up, it's got the Happy Jack system, so we can let that down, and that's where we have the little crate cushion that we can sit on both of those, and kind of makes those a little more comfortable to sleep on. So yeah, the Happy Jack system works pretty well. Of course, the back, once the lift gates on the back let down, and we can open that up, and you have the patio out back. Love that option. Of course, it has a half bath in here. We got those set up. We'll stack those up on top of each other, so they each have like 4 drawers to store their stuff in. It does have the TV up top, 2 extra storage cabinets up there. Kind of difficult to get into because they're so high. I mean, I'm 6 foot, and that's reached out fully right there. Of course, we have the exit door here as well, and going back into the living area. We just love this setup. 3 recliners, love seats, so everybody can kind of gather around, look at each other and talk is the main thing. We really don't watch TV. My son plays video games when we go to sleep, and that's about all that's used for. But like being in here, we can set a table up in here, we can eat around it, or we eat outside. Just depends on the weather and what's going on. But to be able to come inside after we've gone hiking all day or kayaking or whatever we're doing, and to come in here together as a family and sit down and just talk, that makes a big difference. I like that aspect of it as well. Of course, we go up the steps here, and this is queen bed that we have in here. We did opt for the queen instead of the king. Just like that, you have more space around each side, so you can have room there. We have the full cabinet there, and then this cabinet on either side that opens up. So we like that. We did get a new mattress to go on here that sleeps much better, and then we have access here into the bathroom as well as the door on the side, and we can shut this. It's a sliding door. I like that as well. Good full-size shower that you can get in. Lots of room. Sink option, and there's plenty of room in here to actually use the toilet. I was worried about having the space from here to here whenever you get in and out of the shower, but this floor plan actually has a lot more room than most when it comes to the toilet in the bathroom. Being able to use the toilet, get around the toilet, get into the bedroom, and have room inside here. The one we had before, one person was in there, and it was all you could do to change or take a shower without touching the walls. There, 2 people can stand in there easily to brush your teeth, whatever. So a lot more room. You can get changed in there, dry off, change. You ain't got to worry about going to another room to actually get dressed. Yep, we like this floor plan. It sold us on it when we first saw it. We got it actually at South Haven RV and Marine. They had a pretty good special going on it when we picked it up, and have been very happy with it. It's, you know, as with any other RV, it's had its quirks. A couple of things that have messed up and we've taken back and actually had fixed. We're actually taking this one back tomorrow because there's been a problem with the generator. As you can hear, it's running now in the background. But with the fuel, it actually says that the fuel tank is empty and it's full. So that has never worked since we've had it. They finally think they've got the part to fix that, so hopefully we'll get that going and get that on there. But we have really enjoyed this. We went out west in it and stayed about 4 or 5 weeks in it and had a very good trip. Put it through some heat out there, and we did put the third AC in. There's one in the bedroom, of course, one here, and then we installed one into the toy hauler. The toy hauler itself is, it says 13 feet, but it's like 12 feet 6 inches to this wall here. So it's kind of limited on what the distance, which most of them are nowadays. So, but yeah, we did put the AC unit up top, as you can see right there, and it's controlled with those knobs. And it's an Advent. I think it's a 13.5 BTU, and man, it really will blow some cold air. I know a couple of times my son loves it cold, and he actually had to turn it off a couple of nights, even in the desert. So it was very cold out there in here, so he enjoyed that. But just wanted to do a little walkthrough. I know we hadn't really talked about the inside. Oh, I guess I could show you the pantry. There's lots and lots of storage in this pantry. Has the automatic light that comes on. Still have some of our stuff and gear in here from where we went on our trip. About to head out on another trip, actually going up to Acadia. So, but yeah, there's lots and lots of storage. That's one thing about this floor plan we like. It was lots of storage, a lot of seating. Everybody can get in here. We can get our stuff stored in here and actually enjoy ourselves. So this is the 12 volt and propane fridge, the freezer and fridge section. I thought I wanted the residential style, but I really enjoyed this. It is cooled, not had any trouble with it. Maintaining the coldness of everything in there, keeps everything frozen. And in between trips, if we move from one site to another, we usually just take what's in the refrigerator and just throw it up in the freezer. Stuff that might go bad. That way it keeps it cool along the way. We don't actually even run it in between RV parks. So the one thing that was difficult on this one is that it was so big. We stepped up from a 25 foot to this being 46 feet, and makes it a little more difficult finding places you can get into, but overall not had much problem with it. Some of the places that we would go with ease with the other actual travel trailer we had pull behind, we're able to get in some of those places, but we just got to pick the right spots. But once it's behind the truck and you're going down the road, there's no trouble with it at all. I'm pulling this with a 2016 F350. It's 4-wheel drive, and it's single rear wheel, and it pulls it with no problem. Hadn't had any issues with it. We went right at 6,000 miles on the trip out to Utah. So all in all, it did well. I was actually getting about, I think it was like 9.6, 9.7 miles to the gallon is what we actually got over the whole trip. So it did really well.